gonna be really hard not to start this video with, hey all you cool cats and kittens. But, yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you my March Owlcrate. I've already dug into it, so this is just gonna be a quick, like, this is what I got, this is what the book was. It's my first Owlcrate ever. Super excited to get it. I'm really happy with the stuff that I got inside, so I'm looking forward to April's. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then after that I'm going to let you know what I chose for my Magical Readathon 2020 Owls exam. So yeah, I've got my stack of books for that here. I've got my Owlcrate right here. I'm a really disorganized person, so you're just going to have to bear with me. So this is the March Owlcrate. I guess usually it's like just a brown cardboard with black, but this was, I think, their anniversary month, so they did it blue, and it was like really thematic because most of the stuff in it was blue. The book also was blue. Yeah, so it comes in this box. This, I'm gonna open it up. So I'm gonna read you what the spoiler card says for each item, just because since I'm really new to YA, I don't know the fandoms really well. And I love watching people unbox and get like excited and surprised about their Owlcrate, but then sometimes they're like, oh, I don't know what this is, or I don't know who these people are. I'm like, but I need to know. So I'm gonna just read off the spoiler card just in case you're one of those people that needs to know. So the theme of the March Owlcrate was Music of the Night. This is the spoiler card. Nice. So the first item was this amazing art print of the Phantom of the Opera. Really beautiful print. It's gorgeous. I have never read the Phantom of the Opera. I've obviously seen the movie and the play, musical, you know what I mean, a few times, and I like it. I don't know if I'd like the book. I should maybe read the book, but I'm not sure if I would. I think it's like visually really interesting, but I don't know if I feel the same way about that. So the spoiler card says, with a theme like Music of the Night, we just had to include an item for fans of the Phantom of the Opera. We hope you enjoy this poster print illustrated by Anne Lambolette. Beautiful. The next item I haven't used yet, and I need to like hook it up and use it, but we got these little Bluetooth speakers with a little owl face. And yeah, I've turned it on just to see if it was like working, but I haven't actually used it, but I'm gonna do that. And the spoiler card says, we've included an Owlcrate wireless speaker for all your listening needs, from audiobooks to podcasts to music. And there's also bookish playlists that they do for Spotify for each of these book boxes. So I think in the little magazine that they give with each one, there's the Spotify playlist that is thematic with your book box. So the next item is this really cool item. It says, Emily Rudd was inspired by the Monsters of Verity duology and her favorite violin playing Sunai? I haven't read it, sorry. When she created this wooden art print. So that is this one here. And it says, sing you a song and steal your soul. And that's Victoria Schwab, or V. Schwab, depending on what book it is. But this is really cool. And it's like a wood print. I have not read this. I've never actually read anything by Victoria Schwab. Like I said, new to YA. But I really want to. And maybe this will kind of encourage me because I really like this and I like that quote. So maybe if I like the duology, then I can be like, oh, big fan, and keep it and put it up because I'll enjoy it. Okay, next item. Oh yes. Make your book's end pages a touch more magical with this set of Ex Libris book plates. We couldn't resist including a goodie inspired by the iconic Harry Potter soundtrack. Love to loan out your books. Write your name on the empty spine and Hedwig's book stack to help your friends remember who to return them to. And they were designed by @Natasha_art. So these are really cool. So this is what they look like. So there's Hedwig right there. these on a stack of books, and you can put your name right here, and this opens up. They're actually inside. And then you can stick them inside your books and then have your name. So how do people feel about nameplates or writing your name in books? I know a lot of people annotate their books, which I think is cool. I would do that, I think, for certain books. I don't, but I would. But I don't know how to feel about book plates. I love these. I think they're super cool. I like the idea of them. The whole like from the library of kind of thing. And if you know me at all, I collect books. I have a decent sized collection. I'm not like some of the booktubers out there that have like thousands of books in their house yet. I have a decent collection of books, and every year, you know, I go through and I purge at the beginning of every year, and I bring in new books and whatever. But I don't write my name in them. And I feel like if I really love a book, I'm not gonna purge it because I love it, and why not? But the idea of writing my name, and it's just like, I can totally understand like annotating and writing yourself notes and like that copy being like, this is my copy and I do whatever I want to it and whatever. I get that. I'm not opposed to that. But writing my name in it seems weird, and only my name, like just like, this is Becky's book, and nothing else. I think if I annotated a book, like I just listened to Daisy Jones and the Six, and I really loved it, and it's not something I would usually, I think, enjoy, but the audiobook was so good. Shout out to Books by Chloe for recommending the audiobook, because I would never have read that book otherwise. I decided I would download some audiobooks from my library while everything was going on. We were kind of stuck at home, and like while I'm folding laundry and stuff, and I just ended up not using it for that and totally like binge listening to it in like 2 or 3 days. Because I liked it a lot. Not something I would usually read, like I said, but I 5-starred it. Like, I think it was great. So anyways, tangent. I would get a physical copy of that book just to annotate for like quotes that I found were really good, or that were like kind of, I would annotate it, I would highlight it, I would write myself maybe a few notes in that kind of book. It seems like the right kind of book to do that with. And I would put, you know, my name in it, or I'd put a book plate like this in it. But I think just having a book plate or just writing my name in the beginning of a book, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. I think this is just a me thing. Let me know in the comments if you write your name in your books or use book plates, and why or why not. Because I'm on the fence about this. I maybe want to do this. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, that was a huge tangent. Let's get back to the Owlcrate box. The next item I have used, it's inspired by Winter Song, Flick the Wicks Candle, Smells Divine, and Leaves Us Dreaming of a Music-Filled Goblin Grove at Twilight. And when I got this candle, I will show you the candle. So this it comes in these cute little metal jars. Goblin Grove. And it smells like winter berries, peach, yuzu, pear, and fresh air. And it's really like fruity. And when I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells really good. I would use this in the bubble bath. Not in the bubble bath, while I'm having a bubble bath. And I did last night. If you are on my Instagram, I posted a picture of me lighting this and enjoying a beverage. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then when you light it, I'm gonna show you. It's blue. Everything's blue, remember? Told ya? And it still smells so good. It smells better now that I've lit it than it did when I first got it. It just looks like this, like nice, like powder blue or like cornflower blue. I don't know the names of colors. I don't want to try to pretend like I know. When you light it, and it melts a little bit, there's glitter all through it that you can't see right now. And it looks like the night sky. Like, it's really, really beautiful. Like, it felt like magic. And yeah, I loved it. I would definitely buy more candles. I've heard such good things about this company anyway, so I would get more Flick the Wick candles for sure. I hope we get more in our boxes, because I don't order candles a lot, but I don't order from the States a lot, so this is like a treat for me. The next item says, whether you prefer to snag sparkly piano playing vampires or your hashtag Team Hunky Werewolves, this Bella's Lullaby lip scrub created by Fairy Tale Bath Company will leave your lips soft and totally kissable. And I wanted to use this when I took my bath last night and I totally forgot. So I haven't used it yet, and actually it's behind me by Totoro. So this is it. And it's like a chocolate mint lip scrub. Mint chocolate chip. Bella's Lullaby. So I don't remember, I read Twilight when I was like younger. The first 2 or 3. I didn't ever finish it. I should do that. It never seemed like a priority to finish it. I'm not ripping on the Twilight fandom. People do that enough. I don't have to do that. Yeah, it smells just like the, if you've ever used like Lush lip scrubs, they had a chocolate, a mocha one or whatever. It smells just like that. It doesn't smell very minty, but I'm sure it's probably got that like minty sensation when you put it on. I'm gonna use it tonight. I've got like a lip mask that I've also never used, but I really want to. I always want to use lip products, so like I've got like some lipstick on right now, but I never do because I drink so much water during the day that I'm constantly, so I don't want lipstick or lip gloss or product like getting in my water because that grosses me out and I don't like that. But I told myself yesterday that I'm gonna get a like reusable silicone straw so that I can just drink through a straw like a small child, so that I can use some of these lip products that I have that I never use, because I like stuff, lip stuff, but I'm not going to use it if I'm going to eat it more than you probably already eat it. Okay, so the next item is the pin. Every month's box comes with a pin, which is like, I believe matches the cover of the book or is like somehow tied to the book. I'm pretty sure. So this month's, at least this month's this is what it looks like. It's like this dual tree, like reflected, and it does match the cover of the book this month. So I've never actually checked to see if that's the case or just something I made up right now, but just making up my own stuff right now. So the book, I'm going to actually read the spoiler card first and then I will show you the book. Okay, so 2 siblings, 2 brilliant talents, but only one Mozart. We think you'll love The Kingdom of Back, a new historical YA fantasy from Mary Lou about a musical prodigy and the dangerous lengths she'll go to make history remember her. Our exclusive edition is signed by the author and features a unique cover as well as silver foil gilded edges. Mary Lou also included an author letter for our readers, which I do have. That is well. Mel's the and he always like holds it up in case you want to read it. So I don't know if that will work, but I will do that too. You can pause and read it. I don't know if that worked, but if it did, there you go. So I'll show you. The cover is beautiful. It's a stunning blue. See, blue. Told you. Yeah, so it's this stunning blue color and it's got this dual tree, and I think like that's representative of like this fantasy land that the 2 siblings come up with. And it has these amazing gilded edges and they're silver, which I love. I have seen and owned many gold gilded edge books, and I've never had silver ones. So I'm super impressed. I really want some like books with sprayed edges that I see everybody get, because I've never had like a color, like just besides gold obviously. But I like the silver. And here is the author's signature. And yeah, so this is about Mozart and his sister and how she, you know, feels he's getting all of the attention and becoming this prodigy, that she's also a child prodigy, but he's getting all of his recognition and becoming this famous musician, and she's getting older, and I'm sure once she gets to marriageable age that will be over for her, which is sad. So not usually a book that I would pick up on my own. Child prodigy doesn't ring as something I find super interesting. Music, you know, as much as I love to listen to music, I don't, like I can forget music exists for like several months at a time, and I'm like, oh, I want to listen to music. You know, it's not something I've ever been super, you know, passionate about, but I do like to listen to music, and maybe I'll find it interesting. I'm not sure. I definitely will read this. Not this month though, because second part of this video, my chip nail polish, the owls are going on this month. Well, April. So I don't know when this video is going to go up. So April is the Magical Readathon, and for the Magical Readathon for 2020, they're having owls, like in Harry Potter. I think most people know this is going on, but I will link the video that explains the owls and where to go and the website and everything if you don't. So basically you have different classes, like I'm taking ancient runes, charms, history of magic, etc. And they each have a reading prompt. So you pick a book that's based on that reading prompt. And each magical career, like you pick your career, and then there's like different classes you have to take for that career. And then so you pick your books. I'm bad at explaining this, but I'll link the video. She explains it obviously way better. So I am doing that for April. I'm nervous. Listen, I'm nervous because I wanted to do Mel to the Ennies. She had like a reading challenge. I don't remember what it was called now, but it was like reading books from your TBR, like to try to get you through some of the books that you have just been sitting on your TBR. And I wanted to do that, but I was like, no, like I'm gonna be busy. The new Sarah J. Maas book is coming out. House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna read that, and then I'm just gonna read some random other things. Like I'd taken some graphic novels out from the library before everything went on, and I wanted to get through those, and etc, etc. So this is why I'm nervous. I never finished Crescent City, Earth and Blood, whatever, at all. I read other books. I read some manga. I read Daisy Jones and the Six. I just read that actually. And I read two erotica / romance fae novels in ebook form that were just like free. And I'm gonna make a video about it. That's the next video I'll be posting because got some things to say about that. Anyway, I'll leave that to the next video. But anyway, so I did all that reading instead. Not that it was a ton of reading, but I read all this other stuff, and I got 175 pages, I think, into Crescent City, whatever we're calling it. And I was just kind of like, it's good. I'm gonna make a video about that book too when I'm done, because I'm gonna read it. It's 800 pages long. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do that in April, but then I forgot about the owls, and I'd really rather do the owls than keep going right now with that. So maybe I'll just kind of like do a book for the owls, read like 100 pages when I can. And usually my thing is I read at least 100 pages of the book I'm reading on any given day. So, you know, usually, you know, 400-page book will take me 4 days to read kind of thing. Because I can usually fit that in between like the kids' naps, bedtime. Like I can usually find enough time to like pull 100 pages out of whatever. And if the book's really good, I can read a lot faster than that, and you know, it's a bit snappier. So I don't know. I understand there's a lot of world building in this because it is the first book in a series. It's adult fantasy, not YA, so I'm used to that aspect, but I've got some thoughts. That's a different video. So I'm a little nervous because I really wanted to kind of power through that, but I want to do the owls because it's more fun than that book is right now. Sorry. If you read Crescent City, the first, what are we calling it? Read that book, or are currently reading it, can you let me know in the comments just what you're thinking about it, or what you did think about it? Did you totally love it? I heard that like the end, there's like good payoff, so I'm holding out for that. Okay. Owls. So the magical career I am studying for is Trader of Magical Tomes, which I thought was kind of like more badass than librarian, because librarian would be like my first pick typically. Trader of Magical Tomes seems kind of badass, and I could like open up a magical shop like for books. So I picked that as my seminar. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. So for Trader of Magical Tomes, I had to take, for my owls, I had to take Ancient Runes, Charms, History of Magic, and Transfiguration. And then for my Magical Shop Management seminar, I have to take erythromancy. So the books I picked for those. So for Ancient Runes, you had to choose a book that had a heart on the cover or in the title. So I chose in the cover, on the cover, in the cover. So I picked Fangirl. So I saw other people also chose Fangirl, so I wasn't like super alone. This is a first time read for me. I've never read this book before, but I did read Carry On and Wayward Son and love them both. So I know that like a lot of people found Wayward Son way different and not as good, or just a different type of book. I loved both of them. I read them back to back. When Wayward Son came out, I got Carry On, and then I got Wayward Son, and then, you know, whatever. So, but I haven't read Fangirl, so I want to. This is probably going to take a priority over Crescent City, because this seems like more fun, and I like the characters in this book, so I'm hoping, because everyone tells me it's really good, so send me those good book vibes. So for Charms, the book you had to choose a book with a white cover. So for that, okay. I have Hungry Hearts. And this book I actually wanted to read for Valentine's Day, but February was a bad reading month for me. Like, not that I was reading bad things, but I was so busy with the kids, didn't have time, I was so tired, and it just wasn't reading a lot. I was just reading some like graphic novels and like manga, which I love, but I couldn't really get into a lot of books, so I didn't get to read this. So all of my books kind of have like a love / lust kind of theme, I guess, for owls, so that's kind of fun. And this is, if you don't know what it is, it's 13 tales about food and love, and it's just different authors like Rin Chapeko, J. Cole's, just like a bunch of different people that I don't know, but I know that I'm pretty sure this is YA, and it's YA authors that wrote these stories, so might introduce me to the work. If I really like their short story, I might say, and look into them. So that, Charms, right there. I don't know why I'm hurrying. I feel like I'm always in a rush to get these videos done, because I've got like 400 kids that I have to go and help out with. So for History of Magic, you had to choose a book that features a witch or wizard. So for that, I chose Sorcery of Thorns. So as far as I know, there's a sorcerer in this, or I don't know if the main character is also a witch, but I'm pretty sure there's like a sorcerer or wizard something. Yes, here we go. With no one to turn to but her sworn enemy, the sorcerer Nathaniel Thorne. So love interest, I believe, is a sorcerer. That's like a wizard, same thing. That is for History of Magic. So the last class for my main course load is Transfiguration, and that is a book that includes shapeshifting. And I actually had two that I was thinking about for this one that I thought were kind of good picks, but I ended up going with Wicked Fox. So the main character of this is, how do I pronounce this? Kumio? Anyway, a character who turns into a nine-tailed fox. I believe this is like Korean. I know that nine-tailed foxes are featured in like Chinese and Japanese myths, but I believe this one is like Korean mythology. So so that she's half human, half fox. That seems shapeshifty to me, and I really want to read this. The seminar that I took is Magical Shop Management, because that made sense. If I was going to take Trader of Magical Tomes and do that as my career, eventually I might want to open up my own magical bookshop, right? So I had to take an erythromancy course, which was a book that was outside of your usual favorite genre. So I read a ton of different kinds of genres and enjoy them. So I just kind of picked something I don't tend to read as often. I feel like it's a cheat because I really like the author and I've read a lot of his other stuff. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's not something I would generally pick up. His work is, but the genre is not. Anyway, doesn't matter. The book I chose is Lust and Wonder by Augustin Burroughs. Take that off. Anyway, I pay full price for books sometimes. Anyway, so I love Augustin Burroughs. I don't hide that. I've read like 3 or 4 of his other memoirs, or yes, yeah, they're kind of like memoirs. He's mostly well known for his books, Running with Scissors, which I believe is also a film that I've never seen. I don't watch movies, so sorry. Wolf at the Table, I believe, is really popular. I know all of his books are, because he's hilarious. And in a way that is like really inappropriate and strange. His life is just so weird, and it's so speculative because it's like, is he telling the truth? Or, I mean, I believe he is, but I believe he believes he is, which I think is the biggest thing. And he wrote a new book. I think it just came out last year. And I think it's called like Magical Thinking. And it's how he believes he can like control the outcome of things by thinking about them or like whatever. And I think a lot of people like think they can do that, or it's not like something they will like, they'll actually like verbalize in any way, but like their brain tells them like, if I think this is going to happen, or if I do this, and it's like this kind of weird little like OCD or like controlling kind of, I can, you know, make things happen. I'm a witch. that's me. I think that's a cool concept, and I would like to read that one as well. I might pick that one up. But anyway, so this is the one I had. It was at the bookstore. I saw it in the sale bin. I was like, I need that. It says Lust and Wonder, so I thought this would be cool, like kind of continue that theme. I've got like the Hungry Hearts 13 Tales of Food and Love. So that is, you know, my favorite things, love and food. Fangirl, which is about loving characters, and of course there's like a cute relationship in it, I believe, from what I understand. Sorcery of Thorns, I hear there's a romantic aspect to the two main characters. Wicked Fox, obviously about love and lust, if you know anything about nine-tailed foxes. And then this Lust and Wonder, I don't know, I feel like everything kind of has an underlying current without it being like, you know, too obvious. Anyway, so that's my Owlcrate. That's my Owls choices. Oh, I totally forgot. The other thing we got in Owlcrate, which I think was like a special like additional item, was I got socks. It says Owlcrate right there. And I have, if you didn't notice, really big feet. And usually if there's like novelty socks and something, I can't wear them because they're made for like women's size, like 6 to 10 or 5 to 9 or whatever, and they don't fit because my feet are bigger than all of those numbers. When I put these on and my foot actually fit into them properly, they felt comfy, and though they could be a little bit bigger, so my foot's covered by the black strip completely, but they're super comfy and actually fit my foot properly, the heel's in the right place and everything. So I was like super stoked about that because I love socks, but I always have to buy the guys socks and they're not, you know, as fun. But there's not a lot of cool guys novelty socks. I feel that appeal to me, maybe, or that are cute, you know, like the Chapters. If you are in Canada and you go to Chapters Indigo in the wintertime, they've got reading socks, and the women's reading socks, and to a lesser extent, or maybe more so, the children's reading socks are freaking adorable. They've got cute patterns and they're pastel or cute animals, and I'm like, I want those, but they don't fit. They're way too small, so I have to get the men's socks, and it's like gray, red, and it kind of sucks. Anyway, I don't know. That's another tangent. So thanks for coming to hang out again. I'm gonna try to post a video a week. These take a while to edit because I don't really know what I'm doing edit wise, and I don't want them to be too long because I know I like talk too much, but I'm gonna try to do these once a week. And like I said earlier, the next one is going to be interesting because I'm gonna talk about erotica. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, or like I guess they do, but not what I want to say. And it's about the Fae, which everybody likes the Fae, sometimes too much, I guess. Anyway, so get excited about that.